All right, Tessa is logging on. It's taking a little bit. Tessa, can you hear me?
I can, thank you.
All right, okay, good to know. Everybody, welcome today. And again, I apologize that we're going to have to push this a little fast today. Don't have rain. Okay, we have, let's see. Let's talk with Alan. Why don't you just come up so you can tell us all the great things that are going on? I hear you're still doing fabulous.
Yep.
And that is really, really good to hear. I'm just so proud of you and what you're doing and how you're accomplishing the goals that you set out. Anything new and exciting happen?
No, just doing day by day, got my routine down and it's certainly working for me. So just been sticking to that and and enjoying life.
That's good. So nothing exciting in the last couple weeks?
No.
No recent purchases?
Well, I bought a camper.
I know, explain that. That sounds cool.
It's just my boss is his son was he had mice in it. So his wife's like, no, I don't want that no more. And so they sold it to me on a payment plan. They're going to take 150 out of each one of my checks.
Nice.
I told them that's what I can afford, and still live comfortably after, and then continue paying what I got to pay. So,
And if I remember, you have land somewhere here and you were talking about building a house there someday.
yeah,
And so is that where you're going to put the camper?
yeah.
Nice. So you'll have a little getaway.
Yeah, and no plans on moving in there or nothing, but just to have a little getaway or go spend a weekend or something, and when I do start building my own place, I'll have a place to stay while I do the building.
That's good. I'm not sure on the county ordinances as it relates to putting campers on vacant property. There are some restrictions.
Yep, I already checked into that.
You did?
Yep.
Good job.
I'm gonna have to get a land use permit. It's $300. But so I want to be up on all the county ordinances and.
I'm so proud of you because that is something that most people, probably even me, maybe I wouldn't have thought, hey, do I have to check to see if I can put this camper on? Well, not me, I know that, but I know plenty of people who are smart, normal, everyday people who just think that they can do that. The fact that you took the time to figure out what you needed to do, that's excellent.
Yeah.
That's showing responsibility. That's showing that you understand that you have to follow certain ordinances, certain rules. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Is that camper anything that you'll have to fix up?
No, it's in immaculate shape. It's got a master bedroom, wide living room, kitchen, bathroom, and another room with the bunk beds in it.
You should take pictures and send it to Tessa so she can let us see what it looks like.
All right.
I'm glad to hear that for you. Congratulations on that. And you're all paid up on your fines or on your fees, your community service is all done. You're just essentially just going through so you can graduate.
Yep.
Which is going to be here at the next drug court.
Yep.
How did that happen so fast?
It does seem like it's been, that's 14 months and just flew by, and
it really does seem like that. And so anything, what I'm going to do is I know that we were talking about changing some things up a little bit because we were supposed to do what's called the face-to-face where people give me and the team like reasons why they think that they're in a place to phase up. I want to get back to that and having those real face-to-faces. And so that would mean you would need to, I would like you to, on paper, put down things that you've learned through the process of drug court, things that you think that you need to still work on in the future, goals of where you think you will be like in 2 years, in 5 years, and how drug court has helped you now to be able to get to a place to obtain those goals.
Nope, no problem.
Okay. And so jot it down, bullet point, do whatever you want, write it fully out. I don't care. But then you're going to be given the floor and you're going to tell all of us the things that you've learned and how perhaps even how you may have struggled in some points, but you were able to face that struggle and work through it with positive things. Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. I'm so glad to hear that. What is your sober date?
427 days.
Good job. All right, Ian. How's it going, Ian?
Good. How about you?
Good. It's going great. Thank you for asking.
Absolutely.
So you're still working at T-Dogs?
Yes.
How is that going?
Really good. I've been picking up a lot of extra shifts, so I've been working a lot. I didn't make my payment yet.
Okay.
I ended up paying our rent. We had 2 months of rent to pay, so I ended up paying all of that. Plus I had my $285 alcohol assessment, which I did today.
Excellent. I'm so proud of you.
One more step closer to getting a license. So I haven't made my payment. My next check, I will make a bigger payment instead of just like a $40 payment. All right.
All right. How much do you think you can pay by next time?
I'll probably do 100.
100 sounds like a good start.
Yeah. I should have a really decent check. So
Excellent.
yeah.
And I understand you have responsibilities like with rent.
Yeah.
That's with your grandparents, though.
Yeah.
I know that's a responsibility, but you also have to live up to your other responsibilities. And part of that here being in drug court is, paying your fees, doing your community service.
Oh, I did. I have 3 more hours of community service to turn in. I don't have the picture with me to send it to
That's
Tessa.
fine. As soon as you get it to Tessa, that's
Yeah.
good to go.
And I'll have another 3 hours this week too.
And also one of the things that you have to do, it's a responsibility, your MRT, and you have to
Yep.
take that seriously. And I think.
So I missed on Saturday, and then when I seen her on Tuesday, that was actually unexcused, or it was excused because it was a short notice. She said so that like 4 people missed that day, and it wasn't accounted against me.
Okay, and I don't know if that's counted against you in total or even.
No, it's not at all.
But you're only permitted 2 absences from MRT.
3.
It's 3?
Yeah, on your 4th. I thought the same thing. She just explained this to me on Monday. She said so you get 3 missed absences on your 4th when you're out.
Okay.
But so I only have 1 right now. So
well, that's good to know.
Yeah. I talked. That was something we talked about on Tuesday. So
good. All right. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
So how do you think you're doing and feeling with your sobriety?
I'm not. I don't want to like sound cocky or complacent because I haven't been like. I remind myself of where I was not too long ago. Just about every day, I remember where I was, but like I feel very, very confident in where I'm at right now. I talk anytime I have something to talk about, I talk about it with Jess or Leah, whoever it may be. I don't know. It feels good. I feel better and better every day, and I haven't had like my urges and my triggers have been so minimal lately. It's been very nice. Not saying that it couldn't change, because that's just how life goes. But as of now, things have been going very smoothly for me. I'm very confident.
Glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. So if I were to ask you if you feel confident and you feel ready to not have that sweat patch, because before you said it was kind of like, what did you say?
It held me accountable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that it was kind of like your crutch.
Right.
Do you feel like you're in a position right now where it can be removed?
I would say so. I don't think I would have any problem. I'm thankful for having it though. When I did, like, it helped me a lot just to get you through that phase of knowing where you're second guessing yourself and this and that. It was very helpful. So
well, I'm glad to hear it. It sounds like you have had a lot of growth in this period of time and that you have matured and you know where to go with and use your resources.
Yeah.
So because of that, you can have the sweat patch removed.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
All right. Anything else that you want to talk about or focus on?
Oh, I mean, I was a little sad when Tessa called me yesterday about
That is a bummer.
yeah, yeah. But you know, I knew it when you said it last time. I'm like, it just doesn't sound right. But yeah,
So it's
look,
unfortunate you don't get a phase up
yeah,
as quickly as we originally thought.
yeah. But it'll be here in no time anyway. So I was a little bummed out, but not too bad.
But the way you're going and how you're handling situations, especially being kind of, told something and disappointed a bit,
Right,
being
right.
able to advance, how you're handling that and dealing with that and knowing who to speak with and when you need to, I think really that's showing a lot. You are
Thank you.
doing a lot.
Yeah, well, I've came a long way. I went against the grain for a little bit there, and
For a lot of it.
yeah, for a while, yeah. So I don't know. It's easier to just give yourself to the program and get it done, and do it not just to get through it, but to take something from it. You know.
To learn from
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Right. And so I want you to start thinking about that, about what you've learned and where you are from where you used to be when you started the program.
Yeah.
And because you're going to give a little face-to-face kind of thing, and you're going to just bits of things that you've learned and why you're focusing on those portions. Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be long, just something to think about for when you do phase up into September.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
absolutely.
is your sober date?
I've got 82 days sober.
Good job. Justin. How are things going for you, Justin?
Going all right.
Did I lose Tessa?
Kind of looks like she froze up.
Yep, I think for some reason, because, okay, it was black for a second. I had a black screen. I apologize about that.
Okay.
Okay, so I have heard some really good things from Dave and the program that you went through with him, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
did you learn anything and get anything out of that?
He went over a lot about, how to control emotions and how we're supposed to like handle things throughout the day and be more logical about things. It's a tough process. It's still something I'm still working on. And it's just going to be time. And I got that worksheet. I try to look over it and try to kind of keep it close to my chest,
Oh, good.
So-
That's good to hear. So anything in particular other than the emotion part that you took away from the program?
I guess just really trying to keep my emotions down and just, and really try to think logically about, what I'm about to say and, take that time and, like he's went over, like our moods can change if we're hungry or if we're tired, take that time to like maybe go eat something before you have like a difficult conversation or something like that, or get some rest and, not to blow anything out of proportion or minimize things and stuff like that.
Well,
So-
those are good takeaways. Those are things that you can work on with your emotional regulation and things of that nature in therapy. So, I mean, it wouldn't be bad to address that in therapy.
And I've been talking with Jess about the mental health, and we're trying to get that going. She's trying to find someone to do. I was trying to find more of a a male that I could go talk to, but if anyone will work kind of at this moment, So
I'm really glad to hear that. I'm proud of you. That is a big step to go through
Appreciate that.
the skills practice program with Dave, to have some realizations, and then now to put, steps in front of you in order to accomplish what you've learned.
it's more like like a guideline for me to follow. So
That is so good. I'm so glad to hear that. Anything else? What is it? Are you working right now? Still at
I left T Dogs. It was really hard for me to get there, and there was a little management thing that we kind of butted heads on, and so I decided to leave there, and I'm going to be starting staining houses on Monday with that guy, Dan, that I used to work for, one of his old employees he works for himself again. So he said I could come work with him. And I was like, awesome. So,
Well, that's good. I don't want you to have to tell me about the butting heads kind of thing at T-Dogs, but I would really like you to explore that either with Jess or with
Okay.
Dave, or just talking about it with Dave. Just so you can talk about it and have somebody to talk about it and get a perspective, or,
okay.
some input. We keep losing Tessa. It freezes and I go back and I
My
freeze.
internet's freezing. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we're having bad connection right now. Okay, well, that's good. So explore that with Dave. And anything else you think you want to explore or talk about?
I talked to school. So I'm going to be doing the academic revisal to see if I can get back into school because I withdrew from the last semester. And so just see if I can get back into school, and that would be nice. To start working on my degree again.
That's good. So you haven't gotten a concrete answer from them yet?
I haven't yet. I gotta write like a small essay
All right.
to explain what I'm going to change and what I'm going to do better and stuff like that.
Can you read that essay when you're here next?
Sure, I'll try to save the email, and because
Yeah.
I write it to him in an email,
Okay.
but I'll
Because
save
I
that.
think that'll be good for the team to be able to hear,
Okay.
your reflections and how you said how you've changed and how you want to keep pushing forward.
Right.
Okay. And you're working on getting your meeting slips.
Yeah, I turned in 6 today.
6.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good.
And I'm waiting on another verification from one of my online ones. So I've been I really reached out last night. I had kind of a stressful day yesterday, so I sat on 2 meetings last night.
How did the meetings help you after such a stressful day?
It was nice, actually. One of the guys reached out to me. I left my phone number on there. He was from California, and he just talked with me on text message for a little while. And he was like, "You ever need to talk?" And it was pretty cool. It was a really cool meeting. Couple of really cool meetings that I found on there.
That's good.
And they're all over from everywhere. So you got like 18 different conversations going on at one time, and people talking. And it's nice. So
I'm going to guess in a meeting like that, you can really be yourself and tell things that are really personal, more so than like maybe in the small community little groups that we have here,
right.
because of anonymity.
Right. Exactly. And they go over that a lot in the beginning, the anonymity and stuff like that. So
Well, I'm proud of you. That 7 slips, well, close to 7, that's really good. And it sounds like you buckled down.
I have. I want to move forward. So I'm trying to, get everything going, and I know, I know what I need to do, and I just need to get it done.
Everybody in this room wants you to move forward and to advance. And little by little, I am hearing the things that you're learning and the things that are changing inside of you. Change is hard, but change is good.
It's difficult.
All right. So what is your sober date?
November 4th.
November 4th. And I know that Brandon and Sarah, you guys are here observing, and I think you did a referral with Tessa. I hope you've learned something or got something out of this. We haven't reached any decisions on anything yet, so still things have to come through. We're trying a different process. We're trying to improve our treatment court in a lot of ways. Doing it too much too fast, though, can be not good. So we're taking things slowly, and we're working on small things. So we are not able to reach any decision yet. Okay. Does anyone else on the treatment team wish to say anything to our participants? All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that. With that, then I think we are adjourned for the day. I'm sorry to have to have rushed. I'm proud of you guys. You're making really good choices.
All right, let's talk about that.
This session wasn't a traditional criminal hearing, it was a drug court review, and those are always a little different in tone. Instead of the sharp back and forth of motions and objections, we got a collaborative check-in with participants sharing progress, setbacks, and goals. The presiding judge, firm yet encouraging, made the space feel more like a structured support meeting than a battlefield. Alan kicked things off, and he was practically the poster child for how this program can work. He's steady, sober, for over 400 days, and even had a bit of fun news. He bought himself a camper, complete with master bedroom and bunk beds. The court had a little laugh when he explained the mice problem that made it affordable, but what really stood out was how responsibly he handled it. He checked county ordinances, applied for the right permits, and showed he was thinking long term. The judge was clearly pleased, not just with his practical progress, but with the maturity and foresight behind it. This was capped with the announcement that he's essentially through the program and headed toward graduation, one of those small but powerful moments drug court is designed for. Ian came next, and while he's still working through obligations, he handled the conversation with honesty. He admitted he hadn't made his latest payment, but explained he'd prioritized 2 months' rent and an alcohol assessment. The judge pushed him on accountability, but it was done constructively, and Ian responded with a plan to make a larger payment next check. He also talked about his community service hours and even the sweat patch, which he once saw as a crutch but now felt confident enough to remove. His reflection, acknowledging past struggles while showing present confidence, was an encouraging sign of growth. Then came Justin, whose path showed a mix of progress and adjustment. He completed a skills program on emotional regulation, learning to slow down before reacting and even to notice how hunger or fatigue can affect moods. He also shared that he'd left his job after a conflict with management, but was set to start fresh staining houses. The judge encouraged him to process that job conflict further with his counselor, reinforcing that accountability applies to more than just sobriety. What was especially heartening was Justin's commitment to meeting 6 verified slips, plus extra online meetings, where he even made a new support contact from California. It was a small but telling example of how he's building a support system and using resources instead of isolating. The overall courtroom atmosphere was calm, encouraging, and a little rushed at times due to technical hiccups with video connections. Still, the judge made time to listen, probe, and remind each participant of the responsibilities that come with sobriety and with the court's trust. Each defendant showed their own stage of progress, Alan nearing the finish line, Ian steadying his footing, and Justin working hard to rebuild both structure and self-confidence. This wasn't a flashy hearing, but it was deeply meaningful. Instead of arguments and rulings, it was about accountability, responsibility, and the small victories that add up over time. And in its own way, it showed the courtroom at its most human. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one.